Oh, the ride-along is happening now?
One of the big ones. And we're going to be not so much building, it's cleaning and fixing and redoing and putting brand new surfaces down on your roads and streets. And when people come in from the airport all the way to the Capitol or the White House or any place else they go, and they're going to say, boy, this place is spotless. So we're doing that. Most importantly, though, we're going to have a crowd of people that are going to be happy. You know, I've received more phone calls from people in the last 4 days than I ever have. I've been here now 4 years plus. And by the way, I think we had about the best 7 months, they're saying, that any president's had. We've done a lot of work. We've done a lot of good work, including the biggest tax cuts that you've ever had. I know you guys don't care about taxes, so you don't care about saving a little tax, but you saved a lot of tax, actually. But we've had a great period of time. But I've never received so many phone calls thanking me for what we've done in Washington, D.C., from people that haven't gone to a restaurant literally in 4 years. And they said, you know, what you've done it's unprecedented, because what they said, it was just unsafe. We couldn't do it. We'd go out and you'd see the stories, you'd read the stories, you'd see all of the things that are happening. And they said, we couldn't stand it, sir. And now I take my wife and my kids to dinner. One of them said he's gone out 4 nights in a row, and he hadn't gone out for 4 years. So it's a great tribute to you. And when I look at
again, every part of this is just made up. Okay, every part of this is just made up. Oh, people can't go out to get dinner for 4 years because of the crime. That is insane. Either you are talking to an insane person, okay, who is experiencing bouts of insanity in the process of telling you this story, or you just made it the f up. But it doesn't matter, because people don't live in D.C. And those who don't live in D.C., when you're making this a national story, will believe you. One, because you're the president, and two, because you're responding to like already age-old tropes, like D.C. is a black city. Black people are scary. They're criminals. They're violent. Black teenagers are going to come and do the knockout game challenge or whatever.
I just wanted to thank you all. You're doing incredible. You're incredible people. You make the country run, frankly. You make the whole place run. We're going to have the best Capitol ever. We're going to have it's going to look better than it ever did. Even at the White House, I'm building a ballroom. They've been after a ballroom for 150 years, but they never had a real estate guy as a president. You know, I've done a lot of ballrooms, and we're going to make this one the best of them all. But we're doing a real job. As far as the country's concerned, we're respected again. We had a country that was...
Yeah, also, D.C. dining has already plummeted, except it's because of Trump's crime crackdown. D.C. restaurant dining plunges as Trump's crime crackdown continues. The number of patrons dining out in D.C. has plummeted since President Trump deployed federal troops across the city. It turns out people don't want to go out and enjoy a nice night out when there are literally armed thugs roaming the streets, masked Gestapo officers, the military. The largest drop-off was last Wednesday, when the number of diners dipped by 31%. Despite this data, the president told Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky in the Oval Office on Monday that restaurants in the district are busier than ever. But hey, guess what, dude? You could just make up a completely fabricated reality. You can just make it up. Who's going to check you? It's the same as Donald Trump's militancy against migrants and tourist visa recipients has caused a major dip in tourism into the country. Okay? Turns out, when you tell people over and over and over again that, you know, they shouldn't come here because we'll throw you in jail if you come here because we hate you, because we're violent monsters, then people go, okay, I guess I'm not coming to America then. But it doesn't matter, because Trump was told by other world leaders that America is hot, hot, hot.
In other words, we have to at least double it up to be competitive and to be leading. And we're more than doubling it up. And what I'm doing is I'm letting all of these very rich companies, and they've got nothing but they got a lot of money, and they want to invest it in the United States. And they're building big plants, but they're building electric plants with it. I said, you build your building, and these are buildings that cost 30, 40, 50 billion dollars when you include everything that's inside, all the technology. I said, I'm going to let you build electric plants to fire your own electricity, and anything that you have left over, you sell it back into the grid. So all of these big factories that are being built are building their own electric plants fired by oil and gas. They're not fired by wind, by the way, because wind doesn't work, but we won't say that. It destroys everything. It looks terrible. It's a very expensive form of energy. And we're not doing wind. We're going back to fossil fuel. I hope not too many of you people are going to be upset, but we have to go back to what works. We can't be foolish. But we're building massive electric plants all over the country. The companies are building, and then they sell it back into the grid. But we're building numbers that nobody's ever seen. We're auto plants. We have many auto plants going up, whereas during the last 4 years, as you know, we had like none. People weren't investing here. So where they weren't investing and they were leaving. But I just finished by saying this. So I was with the King of Saudi Arabia. I was with all of the NATO leaders a couple of weeks ago, and they are putting up not 2%, but 5%. They said 5% of GDP. That's a lot of money. They'll have trillions of dollars put up. They were putting up 2, but they weren't paying it. Now they're putting up 5, and they're all paying it. And they all said the same thing. They said, 1 year ago, your country was dead. We never thought it was coming back. And now you have the hottest country anywhere in the world. These are the leaders of other countries, the prime ministers and the presidents, every one of them said essentially the same thing, said we had a dead country, and we were. We felt that way, and we were. And this place was emblematic of it with the crime, the horrible crime. And, you know, I watch these phony reports. Oh, we were on the way back. They weren't on the way back. It was worse than ever just a short while ago. But now it's going to be, I think now, right now, it's better than it has been in years. And in a couple of weeks, it's going to be even far better than that. And everybody's safe now. Everybody feels safe. And they're all coming in. And people are now coming in. They're making reservations to come in. They want to be in Washington, D.C. One of the things we're going to be redoing is your parks. I'm very good at grass because I have a lot of golf courses all over the place. I know more about grass than any human being, I think, anywhere in the world. And we're going to be regrassing all of your parks, all brand new sprinkler systems, the best that you can buy, just like Augusta. It'll look like Augusta. It'll look like, more importantly, Trump National Golf Club. That's even better. But we're going to have all brand new, beautiful grass. You know, like everything else, grass has a life. Do you know that? Grass has a life. You know, we have a life and grass has a life. And the grass here died about 40 years ago. So we're going to be rebuilding all of your parks, and it's going to happen fast. It's going to go up like a miracle. So you do the job on safety, and I'll get this place fixed up physically, and we're going to be so proud of it at the end of 6 months. But let's say at the end of a year, this place will be maxed out in terms of beauty. You'll have all new surfaces. You'll have all new medians. Everything's going to look beautiful. A lot of your signs are going to be taken down. They've been up for 40 years. They look like hell. They're barely standing up. They're falling off their holders. And we're going to have all new everything. And I want to just thank Doug for doing such an incredible job. You've been unbelievable. You're a popular guy. No, he's an amazing guy. He's an amazing guy. Everybody love him. We love you. And his wife is so incredible. But thank you very much. I appreciate it. And Pam, thank you very much. What a job. People don't realize. They're going to see. She'll go down as the greatest Attorney General we've had. I really mean it, too. And where's my Christy? You dear. Thank you very much. She's been incredible. And she can ride a horse like nobody. She gets on those horses. She rips those horses around. But I want to thank you very much. And Steve Miller, so fantastic. And Todd Blanche, who's been with me so long, and he's one of the best lawyers you'll ever find. And we're having a lot of victories. I had a victory today. You know, they stole $550 million from me with a fake case, and it was overturned. They said this was a fake case. It's a terrible thing. But that's a nice victory, you know. I mean, it's not bad. You know, we all have our limits, but this was a terrible thing that done. It was a witch hunt, and I've had more witch hunts than any human being, I think, in history. And here we are with the President of the United States, so it didn't work out too well for them, but maybe now it's turned a little bit. These are very dishonest people. We have to fight. We have to win because we have to win. And you people are winners, and I just think it's such an honor to be with you. And
the DC remodel is just a testing ground for military takeover of a major city in the country, and it's one that they can actually do without like a lot of tremendous resistance because DC is not a state. It's a black city, okay, and also on top of that. It has different rules, I guess, because it's a District of Columbia, not like a fully fledged American state.
Thank you, everybody.
President Trump, on behalf of everybody that's here in law enforcement, I think I absolutely want to extend the gratitude to you because under your leadership, you're bringing back respect for this profession.
No, the majority population is not black.
You go, and some of these folks know wherever you
That's not like
backstage.
on average, black people represent 13% of the population. So when we say a city is like a black city, we mean that it's like higher than 13%. And even DC in and of itself is no longer as black as it once was.
President Trump's he's brought taxes down, regulations down. He's brought record foreign investment like he was talking about. He's done all of those things in 6 months. But what does he really care about? You hear him talking about the wars. He wants to end the killing. And here in D.C., he wants to end the killing. He wants to end it in every city in America, because if we're the greatest country in the world, you shouldn't be afraid to be able to go out for dinner. He cares about the people that live in this city and in every city, and that's why this is happening right now, and this is what leadership looks like, that in a matter of a week, this is a message to every city in the country, and it's a message to every capital in the world that America, the greatest country in the world, is going to have the most beautiful capital and the safest capital in the world because of all of you. So thank you, everybody that's here tonight. Thank you, President Trump, for making it all possible.
Thank you all. President, I'm looking at all these faces. They're out here every single night. I'm getting to know everyone on a first-name basis. All of our great Metro PD, General Blanchard with the Guard, all of our federal agencies are out here, our amazing park police. They are working hand in hand to make D.C. safe. They're out here working midnights every night because they love our country, they love our city, and they love you. They're all telling me that. Are we going to get to meet look at them getting a thumbs up. They're all out here going, are we going to meet the president? I told you. So, and I think you brought some food for him, didn't you, President?
So we have hamburgers cooked by the White House, and we have pizza that I said don't do it in the White House because we went to a place that makes the best pizza. So we'll concede. But we have a lot of it, so we're going to have some fun. We'll eat, and I'll eat with you, and we're going to have a little fun. We're going to celebrate, but then we're going to get back to work, and we're going to take care of these criminals. We're going to put them where they have to be. You're going to say, don't play around with us. Don't play around with us. So let's go have something to eat. You're going to like the hamburgers? Would you rather have hamburgers from the White House or pizzas from a good place, huh? I think you want, they want the hamburgers. Have a good time, everybody. Thank you very much. Christy, thank you very much, darling. Thank you, everybody.
I can't get over how stupid this is as well, by the way. It's just like, it's an objectively stupid action. Like, everything is objectively dumb. It's not just like violent, hostile takeover, testing grounds for like a military takeover elsewhere. Wait, what is this?
We have Leo 2.0. Whoa. Judge, I didn't see you over there. It's lucky I spotted her. It's lucky I spotted her. I would have been in big trouble. And Leo, Leo 2.0, we love Leo. He's a great prosecutor, that's for sure. They both started off really as law enforcement and top lawyers and judges and law enforcement, and that's how they became famous. Then they went into show business, and everyone thought, gee, were they real? But they were the real deal, and you're both doing great. Thank you very much. Pam, do you want to say something? Janine, please.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to all of you. Every night when you hit the street, you make a difference, not just for us, but for everyone in the district. They are grateful for what you do. They are.
Okay, I can't. Okay. Washington, D.C. isn't even the top 25 U.S. cities by violent crime rate. Here are the top 10 in 2024, all objectively more unsafe than D.C., Memphis, Oakland, Detroit, Little Rock, Baltimore, Cleveland, Kansas City, Milwaukee, St. Louis, and Dayton. Here are the top cities by specific crimes tracked in FBI's uniform crime reports. Murder, Birmingham, rape, Anchorage, robbery, Oakland, aggravated assault, Memphis, arson, Eugene, burglary, Seattle, larceny, Memphis, motor vehicle theft, Oakland. Someone says, I was just in Memphis and had a great time free of crime. Aaron responds, yeah, because crime rates are not guarantees of danger. Just as it's true that D.C. has a genuine issue with gun violence, It's also true that the overwhelming majority of visitors to our city come here and have nothing bad happen to them. Trump calls Washington the most unsafe place anywhere, but with 78% of DC residents say they feel very or somewhat safe in their neighborhoods, and only 17% support a federal takeover. New from Washington Post. New poll from Washington Post. What do you say to people who just appreciate this and want it done to other cities? Oh, you just sit and wait. When it does happen to their cities, they'll realize that it's not so great. There are plenty of people who voted for Trump in my city. There are plenty of people who voted for Trump in my state. And once the mass thugs came around to start kidnapping people at like courts and they realized, oh, it's not so great. This was a lie. This wasn't a good idea at all. This was a very bad idea. That's it. But at that point, it's like far too late. You know what I mean? The point is, this is not being done because there is a real need for it. It's not even a real solution to the issues that people are facing, even as it pertains to violent crime. Okay? A solution to lowering violent crime rates is not increased militancy by the police. A real long-term solution is to eradicate poverty. I tweeted about this while it was going on. I said, we are at the mercy of a maniacal movement that simply makes up things to get mad at, only to implement the most violent solutions to the hysteria they've caused, all while the real issues like the affordability crisis only worsen. And I go so far as to say that this is the reason why they're doing things such as implementing a military takeover of D.C. It's because they don't want to solve the real issues